And this is Tech a Minute, your weekly dose of AI simplified, where in just a few minutes each week, we're going to transform how you work, create, and think about technology. So today we're kicking things off with our origin story, breaking AI news, and my amazing co-host Agnes has a special segment for you about leveling up with mentorship. So if you're an entrepreneur, a professional, or just curious about how AI can save you time and make you money, hit that subscribe button now because this channel is about to become your unfair advantage. So I'll start with myself. Let me properly introduce myself to our trendsetter audience. I'm an IT executive with over 20 years in the tech industry. Currently, I'm in operations in the data center space with one of the tech big five. And it's really exciting. Those of you that know about the AI race, well, you can't have AI without data centers. And you got Microsoft and Amazon and all of these different companies that are racing to create and expand AI's footprint across the United States. And so that's really, really exciting for me to be in. Before that, I've worked with major companies like Citibank and Dell EMC. I used to travel across the country in their consolidation and virtualization department, migrating these data centers. And so it's been just, I've been on the cutting edge and, or at least been able to see firsthand how technology truly transforms business. But here's what really got me excited about AI. Probably about maybe about 2 years ago, my friend, who I call my sister, a real good friend of the family, just kind of asked me. She was like, "What are you doing in AI?" And I was like, "Oh, we building data centers and we doing 900 million things." Uh, I was excited. And then she asked me again, but what are you doing with AI? And I hadn't done anything. So I started that day looking at ChatGPT. And in a weekend, I had written a book in ChatGPT about how to better use ChatGPT. And I never published it. I wanted to see if I could do it. And so from that started or piqued a serious curiosity with me around AI. And one of the things that I started doing was to see how I could leverage some of my business processes. I'm a serial entrepreneur, so the more I used it, the more I became amazed. And now I'm just passionate about helping others discover that same power, especially entrepreneurs and professionals who don't have enterprise level resources, but they need enterprise level results. Um, so I want to just provide a forum. I want to provide a place where the average individual can come and just learn. If it's nothing but upscaling your resume, if it's nothing but helping you to get a job. Um, those are the things that I want the average person that doesn't know how the ins and outs of technology or a computer, at best they can scroll up and down on Facebook. I want to be able to help them utilize and capture the power of AI. And so that's kind of my story. Me being a serial entrepreneur and always trying to be on the cutting edge, it only made sense that I would get together and fortunately I came across my co-host and we were able to really sync up together. You can't work with everybody. Trust me, I've tried family, I've tried friends throughout the years, and you just can't work with somebody that will feel your spirit or be passionate about the same things that you're passionate about. Flexible, and that's how I came across this incredible person who I'm going to introduce to you now. She is the director and creator of the Coach's Corner here on Tech a Minute. She's an incredible person. She has a huge heart, but more importantly, she is super intelligent. And that is my co-host, Agnes Krensel. Agnes, introduce yourself to the
Thank
trendsetter
you.
audience and take it away. I'm gonna sit back and listen.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to our channel. Thank you so much, Kevin. Kevin and I met probably like 6 months or so ago, just because he was, all in this AI space, and I kept bumping into him. And I was like, who's this guy talking about AI all the time? And my background is also in technology. I have over 25 years of corporate experience in technology. Started with content. And so AI is all about content, right? So it just caught my attention. It's like, is AI going to take away my job, my knowledge, and all the things I have? So I wanted to partner with Kevin to learn as much as I could about this AI thing. But AI is great. It's not going to take away our job, because behind AI is the human creativity. That's how we see it, right? But Kevin and I both decided to come together and create this platform to share knowledge and to bring awareness about AI and what it can do for us. It can make things faster and better. And so we believe that the more you're aware of the power of AI, the more you'll be able to implement it in what you're doing. So, in the Coach's Corner, I'm going to talk about using AI in the way you create your career portfolio, the different things you do in terms of interviewing, creating your resume, um, your LinkedIn profile optimization, negotiating salaries, all the things you do normally today that will be a manual process. You can use AI to accelerate that process and get so much further in what you're doing. So it's going to be a great channel for everybody to learn more about AI, to be aware about how AI can help you in your life in general. It's just not even about work. It's just life skills. AI can help you to optimize your life skills. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be a part of the team, excited to be at your service to help you to elevate your potential in every way possible, that you desire, actually, and just to kind of help you reach your limits. So yeah, Kevin.
Fantastic. That's a great transition into kind of our next segment, and that's really kind of like, why did we create? Like, okay, you know who Kevin is, you know who Agnes is, but why did we create Tech a Minute? Like, yeah, you want to get people to understand AI, or I like to deep dive just a little bit, maybe not even deep dive, but let's go a little bit further under the surface. There's so much noise out there about AI, and it seems like everyone either is overcomplicating it, or you got, one side that's spreading fear about robots taking over. Yeah, you got the other side that is saying that there's going to be this great, wonderful utopian society. We wanted to kind of cut through the riffraff and all that, and just kind of show you exactly how to use AI tools today to save time, make money, and solve real problems. This channel isn't necessarily about the theoretical future tech. We will have those discussions because it is definitely taking us somewhere, and we should not be just blindly on the boat. I mean, if it is a dam, we going over, I'd like to know, at least jump off, but I don't want to. That's not the main thrust. It's about what you can do with AI right now, explained in plain English with real examples. I'm a visual person, so we will have visuals. You won't just be sitting looking at me talking, but we will have visuals. We'll have examples. We'll have things that you can download. um, we'll have real life tools, and then we're going to bring you the news every week. We're going to bring you the AI news that actually matters. I call it news you can use. Um, and we're going to talk about AI tools. I've been messing around. It's so funny, Agnes. I sat down today, and it's funny. Technology, AI, life, the world has a way of humbling you.
Yes.
I went and got my laptop, and I said I'm gonna go out on the back porch, and I'm gonna sit down, get in the Chat GPT, and I'm gonna have it break down my little intro video that we did yesterday and give me all kind of insights.
Yep. Yep.
And I gotta find this image to show you exactly what it was a very humbling experience. Let me see if I can find. This is what ChatGPT told me when I just put in a simple prompt. I ain't even really like um tried to do a major prompt. I just called myself going, tell me about the following YouTube video. Look at the response.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
I
Like,
was waiting for the breakdown and just chop up my stuff and tell me how good I did. And it was
Mr.
like
GPT said, I'm not there yet. I don't know.
exactly. And so it was a humbling experience. It's like, yeah, don't get so big to where you just think you can snap your fingers and AI is going because it's
Yeah.
still garbage in,
Yeah. And garbage
garbage
out.
out. And I thought about it and I was like,
Exactly
yeah,
it.
that was yeah. I was like, I put in a little sorry prompt and it told me, look, I don't know what you're talking about. This is the I don't know. And that was funny. So okay, before we dive into today's AI news, let me ask you, what's your biggest question about AI? Put that down in the comments. Or what task are you hoping that AI could help you with? What are some of the things that you would like to see me and Agnes answer for you, demonstrate for you, walk you through? Drop a comment below, and we might feature your question in our upcoming episodes. Now, hit that like button if you're ready to save time and make more money with AI. Let's move into our AI news. So, uh, the breaking AI news that I came across this week. First up is OpenAI has made their deep research feature available on the free Chat GPT plan. If you haven't used the deep research feature, I implore you to give it a try. It really takes it a lot of levels deeper than just a good prompt. When you add the deep research, it really it adds. You get more sources that it sources, and it actually thinks about and goes through certain processes to ensure that you get a deeper level of research. And so now this feature that's available, it does a deep dive on whatever topic you're asking about, and it pulls together comprehensive information. Now, so what's the catch? Well, free users get 5 uses per month, but really, 5 powerful research sessions that you didn't have before. And so, again, leveraging all of these tools, I challenge you to leverage the free plans first, and then as you scale, I can't tell you how many tools I paid a subscription for, only to find out that I could do it somewhere else for free, or I only needed the free version and would come back later after having spent a couple of months paying that subscription. Um, so if you're on the Plus Teams or Pro plans, you're going to get a lightweight version of this. Both of them are going to be released in a later model, so both of them are lightweight. It's just a limit on the free uses. Agnes, how can you see that being a benefit with
So
offering
I
deep,
actually have a
deep research?
question. I just
Okay,
have it's a clarifying question. Deep
sure.
research, deep research equals what in terms, just to set a context for our audience, people who are not
So,
very familiar with ChatGPT.
hey, you know what? I probably could demonstrate it better than I could put it into Kevin. So let me share
Okay.
my screen and let me just jump over
Okay.
there. and give a small
So
demonstration. This is the deep research button. This is the new addition to the new model. So
Uh-huh.
let's just say I want to know, um, want to know to make cheese. That was the first thing I could come up with. I want to know how to make
I like
cheesecake
that.
and sell them for profit, right? And
Yeah.
so, simple prompt. Um, if you go through, it's going to give you a, you know,
Mm-hmm. Gonna be
it's going to
a
give you a good
recipe.
answer, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be detailed, and it's going to. But let's go back and here. Let me just so that we can make sure that we go through and see. It's going to give you. All right, so we got a recipe. We
Yes.
got steps.
Yes.
Now, part two: how to sell cheesecake.
A profit.
How
Yeah.
to sell cheesecake for profit.
That's
Now,
awesome.
so you're getting good information, right?
Yes.
So let's do the same thing and see what's the difference with deep research, right? So let me
Mm-hmm.
copy my chat. You don't have to do this. I could just simply go, but I'm on a new chat, all right?
Yeah. You want a
And I
new
want
one.
to hit deep
Mm-hmm.
research and I want to paste that in there. Now let's take a look and see what the difference is. So this is the piece. So it's getting ready to really do some research. So it needs more information. I can't really
Yeah.
deep dive
Yeah.
with you just giving me generic stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what's cool is with this feature, with deep research, you're
It's
going to
actually
get
having
more
a conversation
customized.
with you.
Absolutely.
That's
A
great.
cheesecake, like
Mm-hmm.
you just said, cheese. You want cheese, classic, flavored.
Yep.
It's going to really break it down. And so the more you can share, the more detailed and practical I can make the plan for you.
Yep.
That's the goal, and that's the exciting thing about this model is now. This is just a simple prompt that we gave it, right?
Right.
Um, a simple prompt that we gave it, but if we had given it an intense, or more structured prompt, if
Mm-hmm.
we had given it a nested prompt, you know,
Right.
then we would have taken the regular answer to another level. But when you add that deep research, so when you're looking to, and a lot of this has to do with a lot more than what your average user will use it for. Like when I'm going to use deep research when I'm looking at when I'm taking an LOI, a letter of intent on a commercial lease space. I'm going to take that letter of intent. If I'm responding to a RFP, I'm going to use deep research because I want to make sure that one, I'm getting in the best advice that I can make sure that I'm in a deal. And we'll do all of this. I have some walkthroughs prepared because I've created a number of GPT agents um, in the commercial space to help with lease negotiation, et cetera. And so deep research is really, really, really exciting for entrepreneurs, people that are in business, and those of us that are analyzing data, looking at legal contracts, using it to make educated decisions.
Yeah.
That's what
And
this
it's
channel is about, is leverage that AI so that you can make educated decisions so that you
right.
can win.
that boy is good. Good and terrible.
I mean, it's deep research seems to be very tailored too and personalized, based on what exactly you're looking for. It's customized and
Absolutely.
it's having this conversation with you, like, tell me more so I can give you the right information. I'll give you what you need. So
Absolutely.
you have to come with questions.
Yeah. Well, you got to come with your A game, and that's what
Yeah.
we want to teach people is, how do I come with my A game when I sit down to Chat GPT? Lord,
Yeah.
when I first sat down to Chat GPT, I was like, "Hey, make me a book," and I just didn't know about prompting. I didn't know. I
Yeah.
just thought, and when I started getting garbage, I was like, "Oh man, this AI stuff ain't no good." It was really not it. It was me. Um, but once I
I mean,
learned how to
you bring up a
prompt,
very good point about prompting. You know, I need to tell our audience a little bit about that. It's like the language you use with the AI, right? The way you have
Absolutely,
conversation with
absolutely.
AI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
language, like they say, language is access. So depending on what you want, how you gonna say it to get what you want.
1000%. 1000%. Next up on the AI news ramp is OpenAI again, is rumored to be releasing a downloadable OpenAI model that will outperform Meta and DeepSeek's offerings. This is expected to drop early this summer, possibly in June. And what makes this exciting is that it will be free to download and it won't be locked behind an API. Well, what is an API? So, API is if I want to use a tool on abc.com and I want to draw from ChatGPT, I have to have what's called an API credential. You can get, if you're a user or a paid user. Well, if you're a paid, I think if you're a free user, I have to check that. But I know that with the paid version, you should be able to get an API for your account. I think it's on the free too because I think I remember doing it. But that API, it means you're using on a tool, but they haven't created a way for you to download ChatGPT on your local device and then just run everything on your local device. Well, that's what this is rumored to be rumored to drop early this June. And this means that you'll be able to run sophisticated AI models directly on your computer without sending data to the cloud. That's super exciting because it is still they are still training models, and I'll have to one day I'll go into on what episode we'll go into how these models are released because there's a strategy behind it.
Hmm.
And it kind of works like this. You get a model to maybe about 60-70% and then you release it as a new release. Well, then people start using it, banging on it, and you're able to take that data. But think about it, all of that data that people are using to analyze and run it, well, it's all the company has that data, right? And so that's
Right.
why a lot of companies, like, you can't work somewhere and then take your data and just
Right.
throw it in the chat GPT. Well, not only can you be fired, but they can come after you. So you have to
Yeah.
be very careful about that. Very wise. I would not suggest doing that.
That's
um
because once the data get into ChatGPT, it is there.
well,
Is
it's open AI,
sometimes
and then you never know who, you never know what that model will be released to be trained on or trained by. And so you just have to be, just have to kind of use a little bit of common sense when it comes to it. But the idea that I could actually get something on my device, on my laptop, and hopefully, I mean, even on mobile, to where I can ask it and ask, uh, interact with it without worrying about data loss or privacy issues. So finally, if you've got a pair of Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, and I just realized that I intended to wear mine for this episode, but I forgot. But if you do have a Ray-Ban pair of smart glasses, you're in for a treat. With their latest update, they've added live translation features, so your glasses can now translate spoken language in real time through the headphones or through the Bluetooth. You can
it's like,
even download language packs for offline translation. So
oh wow.
let's say I'm sitting and I want to watch a video that was recommended to me, but it's in Chinese. So
Hmm.
I could potentially use live translation to watch the video and have it translated in real time while I'm watching it. I
Wow.
mean, it's just the use cases. I mean, here, let's take this. Imagine being in a business meeting with an international partner
Yeah.
and trying to understand everything in real time without an interpreter.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
or
Yeah.
maybe traveling abroad and navigating conversations effortlessly. This is exactly the kind of like practical AI application that we like to highlight on this channel. This is something that you can use. I was telling someone the other day because I got 4 pair of the Meta Ray Bans. I
Nice.
mean, I wear glasses, and they're not that much more expensive than regular glasses. Like if because I've had to, if I bought I got some Gucci glasses, I got some, expensive designer glasses, right?
Right.
But and so I've spent more than I spent on the Meta Ray Bans because I wear glasses. It's just awesome. One thing that's really nice about them is that the technology is in the arms of the glasses. So the
Mhm.
Bluetooth, I don't like over the ear, and I really don't like in the ear. And so it's not bone conduction. There's a difference. But it's because they fire down, it's real weird. It sounds like it's inside your head.
I want to say this to Emmett Smith, man. I'm your conscience. It is a pleasure. Man, it sure did get hot in here.
It
Wow.
doesn't sound like you're listening
It
to
doesn't
headphones
sound like
or anything.
it's
It
not a part of
sounds
you.
like
Yeah.
whatever it is that you're interacting with from an audio perspective, it's
Hmm.
in your head. It's really an
Wow.
interesting concept, and because
Hmm.
it's firing down from both sides, I guess that's maybe why um, it seems that way. But it's incredible, and
That's
I'm just looking
awesome.
forward to that update.
I mean, I
Uh,
like the use case you brought up about travel because, a lot of people travel international now. And if you don't speak French, for example, or, any other language, and you're in the country, your Ray-Bans.
Just take those old records on the shelf.
Incredibly crazy. Hey, listen, give our audience, if you would, just introduce them to the Coach's Corner.
Yeah.
Some things that you have in store for them. I'd love to just let them know, because I know that if people take advantage of AMC Career Coaching, I think that they're going to really benefit. I understand the power of mentorship. I understand the power of having a life coach and having someone that can speak into your life, someone that has a sincere desire to see you level up your game and win. So I'm gonna hand it over to you and just give them don't give them all the good stuff, but give them a sneak peek of the Coach's Corner.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Yes, guys. So I mean, you guys are all aware that technology is rapidly, I mean, just progressing and moving faster than we can ever imagine. But people are behind the technology, and sometimes it's just all overwhelming for everybody, just all of us. It's like you don't even know where to start, how to connect the dots. It's like, where do I fit in? And so it's always good to have a person to go to, a place that you can go to kind of make sense of all what is happening. And that's what coaching brings you. Like I said in the beginning of this conversation, I have 25 years of corporate experience. 11 of those years, I was a manager, managed people. And every day, my gift to myself and my gift to my team was just to make sure that they were okay. Okay being, are you happy in your job? Are you happy with your projects? What do you need to challenge you? How can I help? And that's what I sought out to do every day. Giving everybody an opportunity to experience their full potential on the job or off the job was the thing that I craved to do. And so back to AI, I believe that AI is here to help us and to just help us in everything that we do. But you have to get in the game. You can't be on the sidelines and just watching, right? You have to stand up and say, what is AI is about? What can
Absolutely.
it do for me? How can I be a part of this trend? It will evolve, just like we've had many different titles in the past 20 years. Many different titles, and you will have AI project managers, AI scrum masters. It will evolve in that way. So you have
Absolutely.
to be part of the conversation. And here's where coaching can help you through mentoring and not to feel so overwhelmed in the process, right? You need somebody to be accountable to, who you can come to, set your goals, short term and long term, and come to and say, look, this is what I'm planning to do. How can I move forward? And when you achieve those goals, you'll be there. Someone will be there to cheer you on to get to the next goal. So that's all part of the process, and just to get feedback every time, right? Because sometimes we all have blind side. Sometimes you think you're doing all you can do, and you're not being acknowledged for all you're doing, but there's a gap there somewhere that you're not seeing. Coaching can help you to close that gap. So, in the coach's corner, I like to kind of talk about the actual personal challenges that you're having. Those things, those questions that you ask yourself at 2 a.m. in the morning, that nobody's
Mm,
there to really
yeah,
see what you're struggling with. Bring it
for
all to
sure.
the table, and we can talk about it. We can dissect it, but more importantly, we can create pathways for you to achieve what you want to achieve. So, yep, I'll be here for you. I want you to feel like you can, express yourself on this platform, be who you are, stand in your truth, and we will embrace your truth with you and progress forward. Thank
1000%. Hey, that looks that looks like it's going to be an epic um, opportunity for people to really get some insight on, because there's a lot of Agnes. There's a lot of people that don't know what they want to do.
you. Yeah,
There's a lot of people that don't know how to do what they want to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
And they just need some direction. They just need
yes,
somebody to speak into their life. They just need
yes,
someone to give them, a pat on the back, and someone that can say, "Hey, look, I'm here for you, and I am going to hold you
yes.
accountable.
But
I'm going to
it's the
call and ask
overwhelm,
you
right?
how
It's the
you doing with
overwhelm.
that."
Yeah, because you're not just dealing. It's like when you go to work, Kevin, you're taking everything. If your dog is sick or your aunt is having problems or whatever it is happening, you're bringing everything to work. Subconsciously, you deal,
Sure,
so you can be your best 100%. So
absolutely.
having a
Yeah.
way to just manage all that and just know that you have to be resilient and push through, that's like a win.
If I didn't have mentors, I would be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm trying to tell you. I thank God for my mentors,
Yes.
and for them pouring into me,
Yes.
believing in me, and getting into me in my tail when I need to, and I've humbled myself under their mentorship, and when they call me out, I try to make sure that I do and make them proud.
Yes.
And
Most
and
especially, yeah.
it has
Mhm.
nothing to do. Age ain't nothing but a number.
It is.
It's just about understanding who can speak into your life, and
Yes.
who's really got your best interest at
Really
heart.
genuine about it. Yep. Mhm.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that's it for our very first episode of Tech a Minute. Next week, we'll be diving into AI for entrepreneurs. We'll be presenting 3 tools that replace expensive services. We're going to show you how you can potentially save thousands on marketing, content creation, and customer service using AI tools that cost less than your coffee habit. Remember,
Mm,
every Tuesday, we'll be dropping new episodes that help you learn AI and increase your ROI in just minutes.
I love
If you
that.
found this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And hey, if you know someone who could benefit from straightforward AI advice, please share this video with them. And until next time, I'm your boy, Kevin Lamont.